What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. This video is brought to you by our partners over at BetUS TV. But in this one, we go over Michigan landing 2 transfer portal running backs, why they add much needed depth, plus Michigan landing a punter, as well as the latest on some transfer portal targets, including Michigan reaching out to a quarterback, and the latest on wide receivers as well. We also got some great recruiting news. Michigan, a leader for a top 100 quarterback now coming out of his weekend visit, and we also go over how a couple other visits went this weekend as Michigan hosted multiple targets for the spring game. We go over all that and more in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to start this video, I did want to talk about some transfer portal additions for the Wolverines, as they have added yet another transfer running back out of the Princeton running back transfer, John Volker, as he has signed with Michigan. He is a 6 foot, 210-pound running back, will be entering his 5th season here at Michigan now. He does bring a lot of experience, and Volker, he visited Michigan on Friday, also earned an offer while on campus, as he spent 4 seasons at Princeton, graduated, and is now headed to Michigan with 1 year of eligibility remaining. Now, he did lead Princeton in rushing in 2024, also earned all Ivy honorable mention recognition, as he had 89 carries for 514 yards and 6 touchdowns. And in 2023, he had 92 carries for 438 yards and 7 touchdowns. And his 2024 season stats was 7 full games where he posted 514 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. And when you look at his highlights, obviously it's just the Ivy League, but you know, he definitely has some good highlights and also adds some much needed depth for the Wolverines after losing Benjamin Hall. So let me know what you guys think about that pickup. And then also a couple days ago on Saturday, after Michigan's spring game, we got the news that Michigan landed the running back UMass transfer CJ Hester out of the transfer portal, and he has since signed with Michigan. He began his career at Western Michigan before transferring to UMass, and we also talked about him in a video earlier, as he took a visit to Michigan this weekend as well. And he is a 5'11", 190-pound running back who had 119 carries for 529 yards and 4 touchdowns during the 2024 season, including a phenomenal game against Georgia where he had 15 carries for 74 yards and 1 touchdown. He will have 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, and again, he's just another running back that adds depth to the room. Obviously, Michigan already has their 2 starting running backs out of Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall, but the room did need a little bit of, you know, additions in depth after both Benjamin Hall and Cole Cabana did depart this off season. And obviously Michigan also potentially looking to add to the not only quarterback room but also wide receiver and offensive tackle positions, which we have talked about. As far as the offensive tackle room goes, not too much talk on wide receivers for the Wolverines yet. Another guy Michigan did add, though, which we did post in a community post, was the Missouri punter Luke Bauer out of the transfer portal. They picked him up on Friday, which was again a much needed addition for the Wolverines. Obviously they have Hudson Hollenbeck, but they did lose Tommy Doman to the transfer portal, and Bauer has 1 season of eligibility remaining after spending the first 5 years at Missouri. In the 2024 season, though, he had 49 punts with a long of 62, and the 49 punts, he had 2,047 yards, also pinned 13 of them inside the 20, and had an average of 41.8. So a few transfer portal additions for the Wolverines. We do got some more transfer portal news, but first, before we do want to give a shout out to our partners over at BetUS TV. You can check them out on YouTube for sports advice. They'll take care of you, or you can go to betustv.com for more odds and markets and also more sports content as well. They got everything you need over there. Obviously, the NBA playoffs are in full swing right now. The Detroit Pistons have another big game coming up here, Game 2. They fell in the first game against the Knicks, looking to bounce back in Game 2 tonight. And obviously, you got the MLB, NHL playoffs, tons of sports content, so make sure to go ahead and check them out at betustv.com. But let's go ahead and continue here and continue on here in the transfer portal. Some potential targets, and Michigan did reach out to a quarterback, and that is the Iowa quarterback transfer Brendan Sullivan, a 6'4" quarterback who did attend both Northwestern and Iowa. He began his career at Northwestern and then also transferred to Iowa, has 1 season of eligibility remaining, and coming out of high school, he was a in-state recruit. He's appeared in 23 games with 8 starts over the last 3 seasons and has gone 172 of 248 passing for 1,778 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions in his college career. That could be an option for the Wolverines if they want to add on depth to the quarterback room. Don't necessarily know if they really need to, especially with Mikey Keene getting back, throwing the ball as he has been banged up, but should get back into the quarterback competition soon, along with Bryce Underwood and Jaden Davis. But we'll see what Michigan does. And a potential wide receiver target for the Wolverines is Torrey Johnson of West Virginia. The West Virginia wide receiver slash tight end entered the portal last week and is pretty interesting because he is the older brother of current Michigan wide receiver target in the 2026 class, Travis Johnson. But that's one option according to E.J. Holland of the Wolverine, but it is unclear yet if Michigan will pursue Torrey or not. He's a 6'4", 225-pound wide receiver slash tight end and did see limited action during his time at West Virginia. So that's some transfer portal news right there. And then I also wanted to talk about some big recruiting news. Actually, Michigan did host multiple top targets, including the 2026 4-star top 100 quarterback Brady Smeagol from the state of California. And Michigan got an on-3 prediction put in by Steve Wiltfong 2 days ago following his visit to Michigan. And according to Steve Wiltfong of On3, says that Michigan and South Carolina are the leaders, with UCLA also in play, but he likes where the Wolverines currently stand in his recruitment. So that's some big news right there. And then also the 2026 4-star cornerback Dorian Barney from the state of Georgia was back in Ann Arbor for a visit, and he told Bryce Merritt to the Michigan Insider that just seeing the players compete in the spring game stood out to me. I thought the defense did good on both sides, and Coach Morgan, I could tell he coaches hard but loves you harder, and that's the type of coach I would like to play for. And overall thought Michigan was very good. That's what his whole family thought as well. And he said they are still at the top of my list. Michigan also stood out to the 2026 4-star top 100 wide receiver Zion Robinson from the state of Texas, a 6'4" receiver ranked 71st nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings. As he told Bryce Merritt to the Michigan Insider that just the people stood out the most. Everyone is nice. It was great. Love the culture. And he said he's not worried about anything about the quarterback room with Bryce Underwood in there. He said, I think they will be in great hands in Michigan right now in the top 5 of his recruitment. Then the 2026 4-star top 100 running back Javion Osborne was on campus for a visit. Currently down to Notre Dame, and Michigan will be announcing May 3rd right now. Seems like Notre Dame has the lead, but he told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that the environment in Ann Arbor this weekend was electric. Could feel how much this program means to the people here, and what keeps me excited about Michigan is the standard they hold themselves to. The fans are amazing and serious about football. Osborne remains a top target for Michigan. However, his recruitment has been slipping away from them, as right now Notre Dame seems to be the favorite. They got multiple On3 predictions going in their favor. So just wanted to mention that. But overall, a great weekend for the Wolverines. Came away with a few commitments out of the transfer portal as well, and they're still looking to add on. But with that, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys did go ahead to enjoy, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more. If you are new around here, I greatly appreciate it. Again, shout out to our partners over at BetUS Go ahead, check them out. And with that, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.